with this girl. Hello. If you're trying to find the first one, I messed it up. So now I have to see if I can get the 300 people that were waiting for me over here. Hello. Happy New Year's Eve. Right? Happy New Year's Eve. In my defense, because I always need one, I've been sick for a week. So I'm trying to have my poop together. But yeah, it's not really happening. But oh my goodness, you guys, I apologize. You must think I'm a total dork. Well, you probably know it, right? What is wrong with her? That's what you're all saying. What is wrong with her? So I'm just going to try to find that so I can update the link. Because it's how I roll. So yeah, I got sick had a little bit of a runny nose on Christmas. And then I have been under the weather for the rest of it. So I'm just getting the link and I'm going to share it again. Because got to direct people. And look at, the worst part is I had this posted for forever. I had it up there because I'm like, look at me. I got too cocky. And I went, I've got my stuff together. I'm good. And then I fell down a rabbit hole trying to look like I made a list of the 19 collections that I did with American Crafts. And yeah. So how you guys doing? How was your holidays? Everybody seems to be finding us. So, you know, it's one of those things. You can only control what you can control. And I probably should control a little bit more than what I do. But, you know, oh my goodness. Always looking because they change everything here. So just give me a second. I'll put new link for tonight. Just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I'm just going to put this on here. And then I will see what everybody's saying. I have had COVID every New Year's Eve. And the comments are going fast. Do you have it now, Poppy? Because that's no fun. You're fine. Thank you, friends. 19 collections. Yes, and there's one planned for the new year. And if that goes ahead, I will have done 20 collections. 20. So it's kind of exciting. Guess what year do you guys think I started in? Because I'm going to do some giveaways tonight. So, ooh, I have to think of good things. That is one of the questions. So everybody can decide what year I started with American Crafts, not with scrapbooking in general, because you guys would have that, right? So what year, and I'll go through, because that one I'll have to go through and I'll give everybody like a day or two, and then I'll go through the ones who say the right year, and then I'll pick a winner, because I won't tell you. I'll tell you later, but I won't tell you now, okay? So I'm going to write that down so I remember. Giveaway number one is what year did I start with American Crafts? Okay? Because it's going to be that kind of night. We're going to do some fun things. So, of course, nothing is working for me anywhere. But it won't post. So I guess if you guys find me, you find me. Right? If everybody finds me, they find me. But it looks like people are here now. So what year did I start with American Crafts? See, I wrote it down now. Like, do I say it later? Or do I just go back? I'll go back quick and look through. Because maybe that's a live one. Because I want to say it. It's part of what I want to say, right? So I'm going to look through. Make your guess now. And I'm going to go through and quickly, I'm going to do a quick scroll. And the first one that I find that says the right year. So I'm doing it right now. Quick scroll. And this is who I landed on. Nobody in that scroll. So here is one of you have to have said it because I'm just going to randomly pick. Heather Dolan, you win. 2016. So Heather Dolan, and I'll make the other ones a little easier. So Heather Dolan, winner. 2016 was my first collection with American Crafts. So this is like if you're watching I'm in future world, make sure first thing you do, okay? Look at, I'm so proud of myself that I was so organized, and geez, like I'm the Pee Wee Herman, I swear, of like the scrapbooking world, or some kind of dingaling. I'm going to start from the beginning. Hello, good evening. Happy New Year's Eve. Craft and chat here with Vicky Bootin. If you're joining me for the first time, very happy to have you here. If you are OG, been around for a long time, happy to see you again. If you're somewhere in the middle, that's awesome too. So hi friends, how you doing? I hope you had a wonderful holiday. Regardless of this year, 2024 has not been the easiest year in the world of Vicky Bootin. But you know what? I really am of the school to just find all of the joy, little pockets of joy everywhere you can. And we had a nice holiday. It was a nice holiday. And then I got sick. So, but I have things to share. I finished the Charmed Vintage album and layouts, and I have to say that I say it every time. I think every time I've created something, it's like my favorite, but it really turned out, hi Nicole, it really turned out beautifully. Those kits are still available. It's the first thing I'm going to start with tonight, is showing you that. And I finished the Disney, the new one from Simple Stories. I finished that one as well. So I didn't get to go see the lights. I have not left the house other than to ship kits. And then I've been home, but definitely feeling better, right? Definitely feeling better. Still have a stuffy nose. I yelled up to my husband to get me soda pop, and he didn't hear me. So he'll come down because he loves you guys. So he'll come down to have his little, what would you say, interruption, I guess the interruption. So I'm going to share those things with you tonight. So if you want to get into those classes, or even, I know it's right after the holidays, if you want to wait a month, it will all be recorded, even if you can't do it live. I really think these kits are perfect for if you have a weekend crop, that you could just pack that, your tools, and you'd have everything you need to make for a weekend. A cameo. Thanks. That's much nicer than saying an interruption. He's going to come and interrupt. But I have crap everywhere. Is it organized? No. We're just going to go through things. But what I did organize is I wrote all my collections down, right? I wrote all the collections down. So that is organized. My plan for tonight, I have behind me, can you see? It's a mess back here, but look at all of the albums that I've done with the collections. They're somewhat organized. I couldn't find, sorry friends, there we go. I couldn't find about 4 of them, and then realized there's so many that I moved them over to another quarter. 49 and Market is out of New York. Well, Connecticut, right? Help me. I've been there. I think I've been to Janine's house. It's like she picked me up at LaGuardia. So she's right near there, right? Oh, my deer head. It's just a miniature one that I found for Christmas, but I'm going to deep calming breath. I have so much to share. So I run into these issues, right? I run into these issues that that I can't center my train of thought. And I know that I say the same things. I have the same sayings that I say all the time. And I'm a lot. I say and a lot. I'm working on it, but I need to go on a course so that I can be better at this whole presentation thing. So I don't mean to annoy you with my broken thoughts, because that's what I feel like, that my thoughts are all over the place. So how you guys doing tonight? Are you ready for it? I've pulled layouts. Like I have 2 stacks of layouts like this big. I pulled a kind of smattering of product and then realized that I don't have some of the stuff. I am not organized. Like if my friend Paige is here, I don't know, she's probably out doing fun things, but she's organized. Like her stuff, she probably has every release is neatly. I need her to come and help me. I need help because I'm not is not my brain. It's like when I've done one thing, I moved on to the other. I have a drawer of Vicky Bootin stuff, but it is certainly not, you know how big the collections are, right? So that's the one thing. She is crazy. It's her superpower. We've talked about it before that I have my strengths and everybody does, right? But that is one of her things. She can tell you every collection, probably what year it's come out, and she has it all organized and it's enviable. Enviable. Is that the word? I'm envious of it in a good way. Like I need a little bit. You need an archivist. You know what, Julie? I need so many things. Where do we even start? Where do we even start? So it's going to be one of my things now is to go through, and I am going to come at all. Natalie, you can come help me, and we'll go through all of the stuff. And I would like to organize it. I would like to have almost like little idea boards and print all the stuff out so that we can do all of the things. Can we start? This it might not be for you because this is pretty much it. There's no class tonight. It's just me talking. So I just like to give everybody a chance to get here. But if it's a can we start? I've started. This is pretty much it. It's not a class. This is just me talking, and I'm going to be going through things, but this might not be for you because this is really how I roll. So if I'm sure there's lots of other things that you can go and watch tonight if this isn't your thing, right? So I've written a whole list of my collections. I'm going to flip the camera in a second. I'm going to take a second to see if I missed anything in the chat or if you have any questions. Just giving you an idea of how it's going tonight is I'm going to do the walkthrough of those 2 new classes because I want you guys to see, only because I'm going to be shipping on January 1st. If you want to get in to the Charmed Vintage class, I want to get those out in time so that you could get your kit in time to participate in the class if you want to. As well, you can put the Disney one in the same box. I'll ship the 2 in the same box. You don't have to pay double shipping, and that'll be good. We're going to go through I'm going to talk about all of the collections that I have done. I can't wait to hear the chatter. I would love to know when you discovered me and started buying and participating in any of the classes or creating your own stuff. With what collection do you think you started with? So I have a smattering of the product. I have a whole stack of the layouts that are not organized because nothing is in an album in my house. They're stacks. And we create a lot on Friday Night Lives, and it's just stacks and stacks of stuff. So we're going to go through it, and I can't wait. Kind of talk about, if you remember the Friday Night Live that I did it in, or the class, and it's going to be lots of fun. So I feel like now that I messed everything up and I had to start a second video, then I'm going to flip the camera around. I feel like anybody who's going to be here's found us. One of the things I wanted to say is make sure that the little live button, if you hover over your screen, is red. That means you're watching this in real time. And if it's not red, you're watching in the past. So if you ask me a question or when I'm doing the giveaways, your answer comes later, no worries. The only one that I was going to do live is the one I just did with Heather Dolan being the winner the year I started at American Crafts. Everything else I'm going to leave on here. Well, some of them, I don't think I can see the live chat when we're not live. So I'll do a couple that are live, and then I'll put some that you can just comment on the regular video when we're done. How about that? Okay. It's so fun, so fun. So I'm going to flip the camera around. I had cute earrings on and everything. They fell off. The backs weren't tight enough, but I did wear my blinged out shirt for you guys. So what are you guys in? Jammies tonight? Is anybody dressed up? Do you have pants on? I have pants on tonight because sometimes that's not the case, right? So I just am going to flip you around. Just sec, jammies. I love it. Do you have snacks? Do you guys do anything special for New Year's Eve? Sorry, let me adjust you. The other thing I'm excited about is my friend Kathy Z had mentioned a streaming platform she uses for videos. So I did purchase it. And then that's the other thing that is my goal for this year, because I always have them, is to get the overhead camera set up so I don't have to Blair Witch you when I start flipping everything around. Because, you know, it's just a girl in her basement. It's a true fact when I say that, right? That I'm just here in my basement. This isn't a professional thing. I have lots of you guys that come and hang out with me, but it's still just Vicky here doing it, right? So it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but thank goodness there's lots of flavors. So if you aren't into Earl Grey, you can go find chai tea or apple cinnamon or something else. But I'm a hot mess. I'm not going to lie. You're recovering from last night. Yes, because Simone is in Australia. So you already did New Year's, which is crazy, right? That New Year's already happened in your part of the world. I love that. Emma and Jer are watching football while I hang out with all of you. I love that, Kari. I'm going to see fireworks with the family tonight. That's super exciting. You have pork and sauerkraut. I made homemade wonton. So I had that because, remember, I haven't been well all the holidays. So I thought, I'm just going to have some soup. And that's what I did. I made soup. Devin tried it. Riley wouldn't. Rich liked it. So let's talk about things. So it's been an exciting, how many years is that then? 8 years? 8 years that I started working with American Crafts. So I had worked with American Crafts for a very long time. I had done stuff for their design team. I used it in my classes. And then one trade show, I was there and I was actually talking to my friend Heidi Swap. And Heidi said, you know what, Vicky? American Crafts is looking for some mixed media artists. And I was like, really? I'm like, well, that excites me. I'm really excited about that. So I went and I talked to the marketing manager and the owner. And I had known Grant for years. And he was like, oh my goodness, I can't even believe we didn't think of you. And it just all kind of started. So that was in, I think, 2016. And then I think my first collection didn't come out maybe till 2017. So I started with them in 2016 developing the first release, which was just Vicky Bootin mixed media. So this collection, I had started with a designer who then left before my collection even came out. So some of it, first time, the first release, I came up with the ideas and everything, but really didn't know what I was going to get with the first one. It was all very, sorry, I have to show you the Charmed Vintage. So back up the truck, Vicky. Back up the truck. Because I wanted to show you this. So that's out of the way. So look at what I finished. If you didn't see this, I did post this on, this is my next class. This is going to be happening in January. I want you guys to see, in case you didn't get in on it, because this came out really late. This should have started shipping. Well, it did ship early, but I didn't have a sample done because I had a whole backlog with my Christmas collection this year, and it just kind of threw me all in a kerfuffle. So this is my Charmed Vintage class. That is a mix of the Maggie Holmes and a little bit of 49 and Market and Bo Bunny. And I have to say that I absolutely love this. If you like this kind of layered Maggie Holmes vintagey vibe, this one will be for you. It is huge. So you have in typical Vicky fashion, all of these flips, flaps. It's really pretty. This one turned out really pretty. And I am shipping this week. Even if you can't do the class live, you still can get the kit. I think that this would be perfect for what I was saying. You know, when you go to a crop or you're trying to decide on something to work with, or maybe you want to make something with your mom or sister's scrapbook or your daughter, or you have a friend that you're looking for something fun to do. I think that this one is going to be a lot of fun. You guys tend to really like these vintage vibey ones, right? So you have the Katie Petite 49 and Market vibe, Maggie Holmes or side pockets, tons of places. I love the black because really you aren't kind of tied in to a color palette. I think it's very neutral and things will really pop on here. So lots of flips, flaps. And I wanted you guys to see this one done. So just a quick, what pages? There's this one I love. Look at this one too. It is a top bottom flap and a pocket. And then this one is zigzag fold. Here is, look at that, flip flap, patty whack, top flap. Hey girls. Be looking good. Ooh, wow, you look great.
Thanks. I have a Merlot mustache.
Okay, have fun.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Send me pictures. Make good choices.
Happy New Year's, friends.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you too. Bye.
Wherever sparkles.
Call me and I'll come pick you up. Sorry. I always say, you're in my home, right? You're in my home, so the girls are going out. So, yep, it's a big one. It's a good one. So that is the album. And then wait till you see the layouts, because I know some of you guys aren't 6x8 albums. I really feel like you hang out with me long enough. I need to change your mind on that, because it is my favoriteest thing to do. And let me find the layouts. I moved it. So 1 second, friends. Here we go. I moved it to put all the other stuff here. So this is what I worked on when I was kind of hanging out away from the family. Because I'm like, I don't feel good. I don't want to lay in bed anymore. I'm going to go down and scrapbook because it's my favoriteest thing in the world, right? So then we're going to have doubles. So there's one double page layout. I love this one. Look how pretty. 2 double page layouts. 3 double page layouts. 4 double page layouts. And 5. Just a little bit of fussy cutting. It's not too bad. And then that one. So that is the Charmed Vintage. It's on vickybootin.com. That kit. Like I said, if you don't want to order it right now because you're like, I do not have the budget because Christmas just happened, it'll be up there. Okay? It'll be there. The other one is the Disney one, which has been very popular today. A lot of people are excited for this one. So again, interactive album. This will be great for your memories from the most magical place on earth. Right? Flips, flaps. And it's all with the new Disney collection from Simple Stories. So I finished the album a little while ago, and now today, was it today or yesterday? My days are all kind of blending in. I finished I love this one, the little peekaboo boop, and it flaps. So again, another album. Won't go through the whole thing, but very fun. And then this one, these are the album or the layouts for it. I wanted to share this so that we can move on to full on our review. But look at all the photo spots for this one. I really was excited how these ones turned out. There's one. Here's 2. Everything you need is in the kit. You just need your scissors, your adhesive, foam dots, corner rounder, some punches, But these ones are not as pricey as the big weekend events because it is just the layouts in the album. And I want to get these in the mail next week so that you guys have them in time. This class will take place right in February, I think, end of February and into March. And then the vintage class is going to take place the end of this month. But like I said, it's all recorded. You can do it at your leisure. But I wanted to show you that because I did say I was going to do that. And then I lost track of my mind, which is par for the course. Okay, let's get back. Now let's rewind to what I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself. Here we go. Love the Disney album. Yeah, you're not spending that, but it's okay because you know what? I ordered a lot of them. I have a lot of them. So even if you're like in 2 months, you're like, oh, I wonder if Vicky still has that. The odds are going to be good for both of those that the kits will still be here. So now you've seen them. Now I've shared all of this. Sorry, it's not January yet. Don't give me a hard time, Robin. Vicky's brain is mush today. Teasing. Okay, here we go. So, first collection that came out was called the Mixed Media Collection. The name on this one was Vicky Bootin, just a Vicky Bootin collection. So I was grabbing layouts. Let's see if I can find them. So this one had all of the pastes came out and the paints, the first release. Do you guys remember that? Have you been around for a long time? So you would think that I grabbed all these layouts, but I did not put them in order. So let me find some of the stuff that is representative of the first things that I did with American Crafts. There's a lot. I grabbed a lot of pages here, so let me grab this. So we had a paper pad, but look at single-sided. And then I went, oh, I really would like to have double-sided. We had ephemera, but like I said, not really exactly what I wanted. This release, I was excited to have my name on it. Really excited for the mixed media that came out with this collection. But I couldn't wait to start working on the next one because I'm like, I think we can do better. And let me show you some of the pages, because some of the pages I did for this one were really turned out beautifully, though. Really love the second one. So let's see. So these are kind of some of the pages, if you remember, back when this release came out. Devon with all of the stamping and different things that I really leaned in hard with the mixed media for this collection. There was this one, right, with the gold glaze first came out. So these were some of the layouts that I did with this first release. I was very excited. My booth was beautiful. It was exciting times, but I feel like it was a great starting point, and then it just got better. I moved away from the camera, so I'll move over here. So this was first release, was Vicky Bootin, no name on it. This is using the art crayons on top of gesso and then doing a reverse resist. So I put the stencil on top and rubbed and removed it, and then lots of watercolor stamping with the art crayons. The gold glaze, which I still have art crayons in neutral and in the cool, I believe, or warm, one or the other. So there's going to be in the new year a whole huge, I'm doing a huge sale of everything that I have, older collections, anything I have left, just watch for it. All of that stuff's going to be coming. But this is still, I'm going to tell you, load up on the iridescent, the gold, the silver. This product price point is amazing. And so are the art crayons, and all of it is still in great condition, and you can use it. I love my gold glaze, and I'm going to be still using it to do lots of different things with the old mediums, like the OG Vicky Bootin mediums, because I know a lot of you guys still have them. I love them. I love the glazes, right? I know you do, Irene. Don't worry. I have tons of it. I will hook you up. So this was the first release. It was just called Vicky Bootin Mixed Media. It was okay. It was pretty. I was excited. I could do fun things with it. I was very excited for the mixed media stuff that came out, but I knew we could do better on the papers and the embellishments. So that is first collection that came out in 2016. The next one that came out with, what do you think the next one is? I moved it. What was the next collection for any of the OG V-Boo friends? Do you guys know what the next collection was? And I gotta watch because I will mix things up because some of it all blends in my brain. You are correct. All the good things was the next collection. So do you notice my packaging changed? First thing, when I went back, I'm like, I do not like this. It's pretty. But can we have something that isn't going to change from collection to collection for the most part? I wanted it to be recognizable. And then the only thing that would change is the art on the back of the packaging. But we went in with all of this black and white, which I still love. I still love the design of this packaging. And this one was called All the Good Things. And it had... this is too when we got into 2 ephemera packs. So you have to think this must have came out in about 2017, maybe November of 2017. And this is when I started American Crafts doing 2 ephemera packs because they only would let you have one with 50 pieces. And I went, but I need 2. 50 is not enough. And this is when we did the 2 ephemera packs. We had the paper clips in there. We had a whole whack of thickers, stickers, paper pad. I believe this is when the paper started to be double-sided as well. So this one, but you notice the packaging's different with the little shell, the clamshell package. But this one was called All the Good Things. Let's find some art that's representative of this one. So look, you know, like I said, in a normal world, do you have any of this? Maybe a little bit. Tracy, I'm going to clean everything out. And like I said, I'm only keeping one of everything, and I'm going to be listing all the rest of it up. There's a glare you can't see. So that gives you an idea. But I'll show you some projects because I think it shows it better. So we went in with lots of words. I started working with Melissa on this collection. This was the first one that her and I started working together. I think the font, like it's things that after the first one did well. I think, is that the same ephemera pack? I might have grabbed 2 of the same ones. It sold well, and then I got a little bit more power to kind of have opinions on things that I wanted. So this one, make sure I grab the right thing because there's so much. I think is this, right? All the Good Things. Look at. There's even photos on this because, like, don't get excited because that's not going to be the case with a lot of the things that I show you. Is that All the Good Things? Remember, this is Vicky we're talking about. So Vicky is not even aware of what I just play with this stuff. I am not great with being aware of what collection was what. Isn't that crazy? You guys probably have a better idea with some of it than I do because it's who I am, right? But this is just some of the stuff. Oh, and my mummy. There's my mom. But see, mixed media has been a big thing, right? Of everything that I've been doing, right? So this one is from All the Good Things. And you guys know I say that, right? Do all the things, all the good things. This is with embossing, with the stamps. Lots of mixed media on here. This is with die cuts. I did a lot of die cut stuff because I still didn't have a ton of ephemera. And do remember, this was when we did the stickers that you could paint the stickers. So were you around when this collection came out? Do you guys have in your projects all the good things, or had you not found me yet? Were you around then, or had you not found me yet? There's another one. I have a lot of layouts from here because I think trade show, right? Look at all that mixed media. That's gel plate printing. And then do you remember that pink rose gold glaze when it first came out? Hadn't found me yet? I don't think you were missing a ton yet. A lot of mixed media. I feel like a lot of you guys would have been doing, look at all the sewing, stamping, just really trying to help you guys get the most out of your product, right? Trying to get you to get the most out of your product. There might be more. This is from the first release. This is from Vicky Bootin Mixed Media, right? That's a Vicky Bootin Mixed Media. And for this one, because there was, see the painted, we did the stickers that you could paint. But there was so little ephemera in this one that I did a lot of cut files. Cut files. A lot of these could be, if Nicole's here, they could be Nicole cut files because I did a lot of her cut files from just Next Studio. So that was the second release. And I liked it. I was feeling good. And I have to say, you know, you can't take away from the fact that it felt pretty darn good having my name on product. Because first and foremost, I'm a maker. You know what I mean? If you meet me, I am exactly who I am when we're online. When you meet me in person, same person. Because at the end of the day, you think that one was yours. I think it was, Nicole. At the end of the day, I'm a maker just like you guys. 100% a maker. I definitely am of the school of mixing art in with my paper crafting. When we talk about next year, we talk about it all the time. One of the elements you're going to see me including, and if I can swing it, I'm going to do another live during the day, maybe in the week. So it's good for people in different time zones, but it will be recorded. You can watch it, where we're going to do mixed media. It's going to be not really photo related. It's going to be more technique and education based, where I get you, we're going to have like a recipe book or a warm-up journal, and we're going to be doing stuff. So it's going to be one of those things. If you haven't taken the dive into mixed media and artful techniques, that this is going to be the year. We're going to get you going on that. And I have to say, for some of you guys out here, there's a lot watching tonight, the gel plate. So you haven't seen me do a lot with the gel plate because it's a hard conversation to have, but the one with my name on it is not gel plate. It doesn't react with acrylic paint. So if you are going to be doing gel plate with me this year, because it is my favorite, but there again, just because my name's on it doesn't mean I have a lot of control with some of the things. You still need to get a proper one from like gel, these ones. And it makes me sad because I don't like you wasting your money, but it's true fact. So you gel press, you need either a gel press or jelly art. Do not get the do I have one here with me? The other company, I'm trying to think, there's another one out, Speedball. Speedball is like the one that had my name on it, right? Speedball is like the one that had my name on it, and it is great for ink. It is not good for acrylic paint. So when we start doing gel plate, you need to do these two. Now the plus is you can get good deals on these. Michael's will have them on 40% off. You can get the 12 by 12. My favorite size though, if you're going to pick one, would be the 8 by 10, because you can use 8.5 by 11 paper. You go through a lot of paper when we start doing the gel plate stuff. So that is one of those things that we're going to be doing, right? The Ranger gel plate is by, I think, Gel Press. So you're fine with that one. I'm just not sure what the sizes are on that one, right, Lori? But yes, I love my gel plate. I took a break from it because I didn't know how to handle that. My name's on something that didn't work, and I feel really bad. But like I said, didn't have much control over that one. So just saying, right? Question. I think I started watching you in 2016 or 17. Was that when you started with American Crafts? Came late to the event tonight. Yes, 2016 is when I started. First release was out in 2017. I believe at the spring show. So yeah. How about the one from the Cruise March? Yeah, that's perfect, Joyce. That's perfect. The one that I gave everybody on the gel plate cruise is perfect, right? It's perfect. Vicky, anything you create is amazing. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Jennifer. And if I missed your question, I'm sorry, friends. There's a lot of people here tonight, right? You have my full attention now. Thank you, Natalie. So if I missed your question, and it's an important one because they're all important. Do you know? So Heather's asking question. Do you know if the quality of the other companies of the kit is any good? I'm not sure what that means, Heather. Will I have a whole new design team? Well, the design team is through 49 and Market, but I would like to. It's also new, so stay tuned, I guess would be the thing I would say, Keisha, is stay tuned. Question, what's happening with the foundations paper? I have to see what American Crafts is doing with that. It will continue in some fashion. Whatever we're doing, it might not be called the same thing, but I have to have it. It's what I use all the time, right? So just stay tuned. It might be a little while, buy it up. Even though, like I said, the new one pad that came out that was at Joann's changed. It didn't have the same vellum finish on it. It's still a great mixed media paper, but I would like to get it back to its original, right? Back to the original. There's lots of changes coming, right? But it's also new. And the only thing that will come out, I have a collection that is completed with American Crafts. If they move forward with that release, there will be another Vicky Bootin release in 2025, which I will very happily and proudly be working with. There was some other stuff that was in the works, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening. But like I said, it's a lot of things are still new, and I'll be working on lots of different things, right? Let's keep going through our walkthrough, and then write your questions down, because when I'm done the walkthrough and I sit and I'm just chatting, I'm going to look, because these are really important things, right? These are really important things that I want to get a chance to answer. Because, I got you guys. I got you. We're going to be doing lots of amazing things. I have to say that Janine and 49 and Market, really, she is just as excited about paper crafting as I am. And sorry, I'm going to cough. I haven't talked this much for a week, so sorry. Pretty much anything I ask for, if she can make it happen, she'll make it happen. But that's exactly, it's a little bit of a transition now, right? Okay, so the third collection that I came out with after All the Good Things, so we have Vicky Bootin Mixed Media, All the Good Things, and the next one was Field Notes. So Field Notes, still this packaging, but this collection, we were getting our groove. This collection, we were getting our groove. I had lots of input in this. Look at mushrooms, the birds, the art, lots of mixed media in this art. I love the florals. There's still aspects of this collection that I absolutely love. The feathers. We had different SKUs, because the whole thing too with different SKUs is that depending where it was showing up, some things were created just to fit a space on a pegboard. So as much as I know it is like a tricky thing with, if you're a retailer out there and not loving that some of the stuff shows up in big box, the hard thing is there's just not enough independent retailers anymore to meet the minimum order quantities. So there's rolling into this and starting to understand how the business side of scrapbooking, paper crafting business, any kind of business works, is that to get price points, you need to order certain quantities. So it was always a tricky thing. My goal was always that, and in early days, if you remember, we would have SKUs that would show up for the independents that the big box wouldn't have. I was always very aware of that I wanted it to, if we had to do the dance and everybody had to be invited to the party, how would we make it so everyone could be doing well and selling the product and everyone surviving and thriving? So this, I think, I'm not sure if this release yet started to show up. Like, I was in Michael's for a little bit, Michael's Canada. It was in, I think, Hobby Lobby, if you guys remember, for a little bit, and then Joann's. But for me, it was just, right, a big company. It's whatever they told me we needed to do. I'm like, whatever I need to do to support this and make it profitable. And the whole thing is, right, you need it to be profitable, because that's when I got the opportunity to do new things. As it started selling more, supporting it with Friday Night Lives and the classes and travel teaching, because at this point, I'm starting to cruise. I started cruising, I think one of my first or second cruises was when the first release came out. So I was travel teaching Puerto Rico at this point, going all over the world teaching paper crafting, which is super exciting, getting more knowledge about the business of paper crafting, because you kind of, to be successful, you kind of have to understand all aspects of it. This release came out, Field Notes. Okay, so this would have been a spring, bigger release, came out in the spring of, where are we at now? 2018, I'm going to say. And let's look at some samples, because then I'm getting into like making art that I'm really excited about. Well, I'm always really excited about the art, but let's find. I mess it all up though, right? Trying to remember what collection is what. But a lot of these would have probably been from Friday Night Lives, right? So see, and I'm finding stuff that wasn't from this collection, but look how fun this one was. Trying to make uses for stamps. I love that. It's not this collection though. And we're getting into mixing with the craft, right? And doing backgrounds, and then having all of the kind of layers on here. We're really starting to get in the layers, still pulling the mixed media in here. Fussy cutting, fussy cussing, because you guys love it. This one was from that collection as well. And look at how my babies are growing as well. You're watching, right? The whole thing is watching kind of all of this stuff happening, my family growing. So this still is from Field Notes. Third collection. I have to share this one. This is probably one of my favorite all-time layouts. And that was from the first release. Do you guys remember that? With the glitter and using the glaze. Oh, I love that one. Sorry, just not as organized as I should have been. But yeah, that was Field Notes. I'm looking to see if there's any more, because it's a mess. I tried to find everything, but I didn't do the best job, my friends. Because I had all the best intentions, but then I got sick. So were you guys around here with Field Notes? I know, I'm sure Natalie absolutely loved all the birds showing up, because there were lots of birds in these collections. Her favorite, right, Nat? Her favorite. So you can see the mixed media starts going in here. Love the washi. Look at, we started doing the gold foil in the washi, kind of getting more comfortable with finding different elements and how I wanted the stuff to show up on the product. So this was the third release. It was called Field Notes. And then we got into the next one where the packaging started to change. Right? So now we're getting into the next release, which would have been fall, I think, of 2018. And that one was, do you guys know which one this is? This one was Color Kaleidoscope. Color Kaleidoscope. Were you around for Color Kaleidoscope? So this one we're getting into the art supplies, the clouds, right? Color Kaleidoscope. This collection had birds too. All my collections have birds, so Nat, right? I like the birds. So let's see, Color Kaleidoscope. What projects? Because I've done a couple collections that are like that, right? That are art inspired. So let me look through my samples here. Oh, you know what I haven't showed you? Because now, look at Color Kaleidoscope. So now we're getting, I'm really kind of getting into the whole vibe of this. I think with this release too, we had the first ready-made backgrounds. Color Kaleidoscope had the first pack of the ready-made backgrounds. So this is something I had made original art, and then everybody loved it and wanted to have some of this art in my collections. Really, I would have to say this, I love this collection. I love this collection, Color Kaleidoscope. And I think, yep, this is when I did one of my first albums with the collections. So do you guys remember this? Use the packaging, because Foundations paper, I think, might have shown up in this release. My collections were selling very well. I had the opportunity to do lots of fun things. There's lots of mixed media. This one, if you notice, the binding of this album is different. So this is when I had the album with all of the mixed media papers in it, right? So Color Kaleidoscope, I think, was my first album. So it was, this album was not made for the collection, but it was a mixed media album. It might have been out already, but all Foundations paper. We've been doing these for a long time, right? So I love this collection. Do you remember this paper? That was actually like a photograph of the sky and it was a rainbow. So I'm hoping it's, oh yeah, and this foil, can you see it? This is the first time we had done the holographic rainbow foil. So I'm hoping that shows up for you guys on the camera. I love this collection. So it was really like, so what year would this one have been, Natalie? Color Kaleidoscope. Is this fall of 2018? So when you think for all of these kind of art themed layouts I had, or collections, this is when this one had come out. This kind of rainbow vibe using like art cameras, paintbrushes. Oh my goodness. We have to revisit some of these techniques. That's what I was saying. That it's why I was late. I was looking at all this stuff and lost track of time. Because look, do you remember these hearts? Fussy cutting these hearts. So I want to know, had you found me at this point? Did you do Color Kaleidoscope? Or were you using it? You might not have known who I was, but maybe you bought some of this stuff at your favorite scrapbook store. Look at this. So this is definitely with iridescent glaze. Do you see that technique? Because iridescent glaze is just rainbow, or pardon me, sparkly unicorn tears, right? And just mix it with Distress ink. And look what you get. Distress ink art crayons. So I'm telling you, when I put that stuff up for sale, you want to grab that stuff. So this was Color Kaleidoscope. I was really loving this collection. Like I really feel like this one was, we were getting our groove, hitting the groove, right? Do you remember? These were the, didn't have a album that went with this collections yet. So do I have other layouts? I don't know. Probably a lot with Color Kaleidoscope. Like I said, they're all, do you remember this one? Do you remember this background, guys? It's not Color Kaleidoscope, but does anybody remember this? If you haven't gone back and done a lot of my Friday Night Lives, like this happened, because this release is Field Notes. So this happened in 2017 or 18. We took a whole background and we colored it with the kissing technique, with the art crayons, which to me, if we can find those and make them happen again, I will. I've talked to Janine about it because really for mixed media, if there's one thing that you could have and do tons of stuff with it was those crayons. And they have to be that brand, that manufacturer, because it is the best water soluble crayon for a decent price. Love these ones. So we colored the whole background and then we went over the whole thing with black. We put a layer first, a layer of multi-medium, and then went over the whole thing in black. And then we put a stencil on top of it and removed the black and the rainbow showed up. And then we sealed all of it again with the matte medium. This technique, we have to revisit some of these things. I'm going to have to go through and we're going to have to do a revisit of this. So were you here for this class? Do you remember this Friday Night Live? This technique, I'm telling you, I've been doing the mixed media. My book came out. What year did we decide? 2008. 2008. We've been doing artful techniques. And if you have just started doing them, I'm telling you, we got to get you on board. So many fun things as I'm looking through that I'm not sharing with you. I'm just looking at it right now. Oh my goodness. Do you guys remember this? Do you remember this one? Do you remember this? So this is like using, these were the watercolor markers. Do you remember when the watercolor markers came out? So we took a cup, painted the rim with a watercolor marker, which is really full pigment. So you could do this with re-inkers, and painted the rim, put it on there, and then just misted it with water and let it bleed. And just let them bleed. Look how fun. And all it was a red Solo cup and a water reactive. These were the watercolor markers. But look how fun this is. I'm telling you, you guys, we got to do the things. We have to, if you haven't been making, we got to figure out how to get you back to the making. I want to know, have you not been making? Have you kind of stepped away from it? What's going to get you to start creating with me in 2025? Doesn't have to be scrapbooking if that's not your jam anymore, but you can meet me for our mixed media, whatever it's going to be, mixed media Monday or whatever we're going to do. We got to get you crafting because I really feel like it's good for the mind, body, and the spirit. It really is. I feel, and I really discovered that with losing my mom this past year, that it has been a Band-Aid, really has been saving grace, right? And I know a lot of you are out here, the 470 people that are watching me, that I never have this many people on, is how many of you out here that are watching actually craft? Do you watch the videos, but you don't really do anything with them? Are you a card maker? Are you a card maker and just found me because of Hanging with Hero? Are you a mixed media artist? You scrapbook? Are you a collector of fine products and then you never have time to use them? We've got to figure out how to make that happen. And maybe it needs to look different. Maybe this year isn't going to be 12 by 12 layouts. Maybe not even the mini book, but maybe the art journal. The art journal might be your jam. Maybe you could do like a glue book, right? Where you just start, you buy, maybe the ephemera is your jam and you can add that into your art journal, but you don't have to have it photo based. Because the one thing that I have found too is as my life has changed, that maybe traditional scrapbooking, because I'm not taking as many photos anymore, isn't where I find that my creativity is going to lie, right? So maybe we got to figure it out. Well, with the page kits, the whole thing, do you know, they're not a huge seller with 49M Market. So maybe we can do things. We'll talk. Reach out to Janine and we'll figure out how to switch that around. Because the page kits, like maybe there's a different way we can do them that makes it more of a popular thing. But we're going to talk about that after we go through this. Let's talk about what our plans for next year are, right? Let's talk about our plans. Hi, Wendy. Our plans for next year are. So this is the next collection. Do you guys know what this is? I have to search for this because I think I love this so much that I don't even think I have very much of this. This collection, after Color Kaleidoscope, was when we started getting into kind of the more deeper, you got it, Emery. The fall release would be kind of the more mature colors, right? Will 49 and Market have 3-ring binders in your collection? Yes. Yes, Heather. But it's not. The binding is actually exactly the same as my existing albums. Oh my goodness. So we'll talk about stuff. I can't give a lot of things away, but yes, there will be albums with my new collection. And it's, if you have the pocket pages, they will fit. They will still fit with this album. So I love this one. So a lot of you guys don't remember Wildflower and Honey. So this one, I love this collection. This one was really beautiful. So I think I have an album with this one. So I'm going to give you a peek, and you're going to see where the transition started with my fall collections that I would do. The really kind of fun and bright one would come out the spring summer release, and then the fall collections, because you'll know other ones that came out that in the fall started to have more of this kind of deeper color. So it's still bright. It's I Am Who I Am, right? But this was Wildflower and Honey. Do you guys remember this one? So it really had kind of that kind of basic grayish vibe, a little bit dirtier, if I could say that, a little bit, with the bee, a lot of the watercolor in there. I love this collection. Look how pretty with the honeycomb. This stencil was one of the stencil that went with this, was one of the most popular. And this leaf, do you see this pattern? This is still one of my favorite stamps ever, was that leaf with all the lines in the leaves. I love this collection. I love the color palette of this collection. So maybe if it's something we love, maybe we'll revisit something in this same color palette, right? Because a lot of you maybe missed. Look, do you remember? Who remembers this one? Who's sad that they didn't do this one? But yeah, I love the albums. I'm not going to stop making them because it's my favorite thing to make. I love the contrast of the colors, the circles. These circles could be punched out. And then the contrast with the black. This is a very Vicky thing that I think that it's good to have a good tone-on-tone pattern on your B side. And then you have the hero side. It's going to change a little bit with 49 and Market because the whole approach to paper is going to be a little bit different. Trying to make it feel like it fits the vibe of 49 and Market, but still is very true to Vicky Bootin. So it's going to be one of those things. If you are a diehard 49 and Market lover, what I love is you still have, there's multiple or numerous artists. Well, not numerous, like what are there? 3 or 4 of us that are creating art for the 49 and Market brand. So you have, if Dennis is your vibe, you have that. You'll have Joanna's coming out. And then you have my vibe that is going to be the same but different. Similar but different, right? Yes, please, and update it. I think this would be a pretty one. But look at the floral in this. Oh my goodness, I love this collection. And the banners with the tassels. So this was Wildflower and Honey. And this was the fall release of what year, Natalie? Was this 2018? I think is a fall release, right? Loved it. Still love it. I think it is, I have to look to see. I don't look it. My goodness, how pretty. I am so excited too. 49 and Market, the quality of the product is going to blow your mind away if you guys haven't been a big user of 49 and Market product. It's going to be very fun. I'm very, very excited. Very, very excited about the release that will come out. So that was Wildflower and Honey. Will we make albums? Yes. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys have been here from the beginning, but there is an album in my release that will come out in April. It's beautiful. It's different. The same but different. You guys are going to love it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. It's going to blow your mind. Because what's really nice is you think now I have my relationship and everything that I did with American Crafts, they gave me my first opportunity. I've grown. I've learned so much, and it's fun now taking it and just developing it with, because now it's not like a big, huge company. It's me, Janine, and a couple other people coming. So when I have an idea, I just am in touch directly with the person who makes the decisions, and it's really exciting. It's going to be fun what we're coming out with. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my 5th collection, was Wildflower and Honey. So again, now we're starting in that whole vibe where the fall collection is like a little bit more mature. The colors are a little deeper. And then we roll into the next one. Does anybody remember what the next collection was after Wildflower and Honey? This was exciting because this was my first of this theme. So the next collection after Wildflower and Honey was Let's Wander. Correct, Brenda. Let's Wander, my travel collection. First one that I did that was travel themed. You guys remember this? I did the shoes, that camera. I still love that camera. Of course, there's a bird, all different kinds of food. So this was Let's Wander, was the next collection with American Crafts. And that would have been now 2019, the spring summer release. I don't know if I have any layouts using this one. Because remember, Vicky, stuff is not in any way organized. It's just all over the freaking place. But there might be one. Some pretty stuff, though, I have to say. I haven't even shared all of these layouts, but like, look how fun, friends. Look at the things that we've made. How fun is that? Do you remember this was using the watercolor markers? Oh, we've done so much. I'll get my stuff organized and we'll have to take a really good look at all of the stuff. So this one was Let's Wander. This was my first travel collection. Again, a good mix of color. It's bright. This one was released spring summer. So we have kind of a rainbow vibe, but there's still navies. I was always aware, and I'm always aware of trying to make collections that you aren't tied into just one color palette, one theme. So you had the rainbow. Oh, I remember. Do you remember this? So it was very fun. It was a travel theme, but you could still use it for every day. Look at what that looks like, the old 50s. What is that called? It starts with a T. But those tabletops. We'll see you later, Glenda. So, in the car, going wherever the wind takes me, the ice cream. I had just come back when we were doing this one, the stars. I had just come back from England. So a lot of the things that were kind of themed for this one or designed for this one were things that when I was in London, terrazzo, thank you, kind of had that vibe, but still had like, look at the distressing on it. So this one was Let's Wander, and that was my 6th collection with American Crafts. Look at with the little paper airplanes. I love this. Terrazzo. Yeah, you know those dots, right? Is it terrazzo? Maybe it's just Formica. Something like that, right? So this one was a travel collection. So that was the spring summer release in 2018. Again, remember the thickers that you could paint with the matte finish. Love these, love these. But I wanted something that you still could use because I only do 2 collections a year because I haven't done a Christmas one at this point, right? 2 collections a year. So it had to be something that is going to last for 6 months. 6 months that I'm going to be doing this, right? So yeah, I love this. So that one, hello, Angie. So this one was Let's Wander. And I think I do have See, but then I look and go, was this Let's Wander or was this a different? This one might not be, because I do have different travel collections. And you run out of icon ideas, right? Like, what icons are you going to do? Like, how many ideas can you come up with? So I know that I saw a layout that had all the stars on it. Because do you remember the not acetate? I did vellum for this one was all of the stars. Do you guys remember that one? And it's here somewhere because I did see it, where we cut all of the stars out for that layout. But like I said, that's about as organized as I am. It's here somewhere. When I come across it, I'll show you. So the next layout, or the next collection after Let's Wander, you guys have said it. You've said it already. You've said it already. So what is the next one? You're right, Irene. You're right, Irene. It is called Storyteller. And this one, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I freaking loved this collection. Do you guys remember Storyteller? I have to say, we definitely have found our rhythm, asking for the things that I wanted in these collections. This is when it really started. These really, I was excited about. I could have used this, and I still could use Storyteller. This collection was gorgeous. The theme was like gypsy. I wanted it to be kind of gypsy, and I couldn't do that because that wasn't politically correct. So Storyteller was what it was going to be, but still with kind of that vibe, kind of gypsy vibe, but not really. We're never really dialed into, but that's kind of where the inspiration came for this one. So we do have an album. Let me find it. Where's the Storyteller album? Oh my goodness, I hope I have it here. Is this Storyteller? No, this is not. I might not have Storyteller. How sad is that, friends? That I'll have to find it. I do not think I have Storyteller. Here. This is not. This is the next one. So I'm going to have to do a search for that one. That's a sad day. I don't have my Storyteller album. This one, I don't even think I have a ton of projects with it. It must all be somewhere that I am not sure where that is. Because the next one, oh my goodness, the next one is a favorite. You bought tons of it. Well, I'm sure I have tons of it, but how sad is that? That I just turned around and I don't have my Storyteller album. And there's definitely one. We did a Storyteller album. I just am not sure where that one is. That's a sad day, friends. Sad day. I had them all in a row and I missed Storyteller. So I'll find it. It's here somewhere. But Storyteller, love this collection. This would have been, again, fall. Are we still in 2018, or I think we've hit 2019 now? This is when you found me, Robin. How sad is that? Give me 1 second. I'm going to go see if it's over here. There's a whole stack I missed, so let me look. Because that's just sad. Nope. I don't know where I put it. I do not know where I put it. I'll find it though, friends. It's got to be here. We made it. That was definitely a weekend, yeah. 2020. We're at 2020 for Storyteller. So, yes, it was such a good one, right? There was the purple in here. I'll have to look. I don't know where it is, but I have it. Because I think the album was black. I don't think we had done a Vicky Bootin album yet, right? This was your first class? Yeah, I'll look for it. I thought I had pulled all of them, but I don't know where it is. It's missing. That one's missing in action. So what came after Storyteller? This is was a huge seller, this next one. After Storyteller, huge seller. We did a lot with this one. Yes, ma'am, Brenda, was... Here, let's find it. Oh my goodness. Is this it? I hope so. Vicky's totally discombobulated. The next release would have been Color Study. This is it, right? Color Study. This one, do you guys remember this? This one. So I don't have an album yet, right? Color Study. This was a huge hit, that rainbow. So we had done, right? We had done Color Kaleidoscope, and then this was the next one, the sister collection to Color Kaleidoscope, which was Color Study. And this, look at that color. It was a huge hit. This one had a lot of longevity. People loved this collection. So I had taken it, and so what year would this have been? Because I don't think we were 2020 yet, were we? 17, 18, 19. This would be 2020, I think, right? So Color Study. Oh, this collection. This is the one that I feel like people bought extra. You bought a lot of extra for this one. I don't think it's 221. I think it's 2020. I'll have to look back through, but yeah, 2020. This paper, this we did lots of layers, but a lot of tone-on-tone monochromatics, right? Lots of monochromatics. This album with the contrast, with these papers, the distressing on it, absolutely love this one. Oh, this was one of my all-time favorite papers right here. All-time favorite papers. This album, it just came through. I have to say too, when I'm creating with my own product, I think it's because I'm very intentional with what is included in every SKU, that there's tons of titles, there's subtitles, there's different scale, different fonts. There are lots of icons. So I won't lie, when I'm using somebody else's collection, I struggle a little bit. I struggle a little bit when I'm using collections that aren't my own, because I feel like they're missing things, like they're missing elements. They're missing linear elements, like things that are like the pencils. The pencils are linear. So when you layer it underneath something, you can rest your title on top, you know? So I have linear elements, I have icons, I have words. We leave a space so something can sit on there. We have clips. We have florals that are designed to go beside something. It is very harmonious, balance with your photos. So the art and then the photography. So I'm very conscious, and still am very conscious of this stuff. The handwriting, like doing things in black. That black is often present because I feel like by adding black, it makes the other colors really pop. Now we're into, look at the washi stickers. This, I think, was maybe the first time we did papery. Papery, I think, came out for Color Study. Like the SKUs were so good in this one. This collection was so good. I really love this one. So were you here for this one? Did you start buying my collections at this point? I love it. It is still probably will be one of my hands down, this paper that was, the bottom layer was watercolor, was one of the watercolor papers that I had done, and then did a layer of black on top, and then everywhere the script was, you can see the rainbow underneath. Yeah, I do. I think a lot of you might have, this might be when you started following, right? Do you think there was no papery? Because there's vellum stickers in this one. There's vellum stickers in this one, Irene. So I was thinking, this, not out of the papery? I'm trying to think. We must have had a SKU that had vellum stickers in it. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. So this collection was Color Study. I am sure I have a lot of layouts using this because it's one of my favorites. Is this Color Study? Yeah, look at Color Study. Oh, love that. Love that haircut. Color Study. I loved it. I did a lot with it. So what do you think, guys? Is this one of your favorites? Do you like the earthier ones, or are you definitely into the whole color vibe? There was definitely a lot of purple in here because it was all the colors. Color Study was a study of color. So we did a lot of monochromatics, a lot of like purple and navy. We would do pink and orange. Like there were a lot of blendings of these colors. I love this one. Hello, Shelly. How are you? Yeah, I love Color Study. Color Study got you hooked. Yeah, I think so too. And then no papery yet. Okay, so we must have vellum stickers and something else though, because there was a vellum sticker in there. But vellum is still my favorite. I would have to say, I would pick, look at that with the rainbow on here. I would pick vellum over acetate if I have a choice. I think it's easier to adhere. And I love how the color shows up on it. So this was Color Study. Definitely freaking love this one. So I think we did a good job with Color Kaleidoscope, but as we were really hitting our groove, I feel like this is a collection that I'm super proud of, Color Study. And then what came after Color Study? For a lot of you guys out here, this is your favorite collection. You still talk about this next one. After Color Study, what's the next one? A lot of you still talk about this collection. Yes, ma'am, Brenda, Fernwood. So remember, Color Study was rainbow. It was rainbow bright. And then we get into the fall collection, right? Well, but I'm going to do, even though Christmas came out before Fernwood, I'm still going to do it like seasonally how it would start. This one, I love. I love Fernwood. Let's see, do I have anything? Fernwood. So this gives you kind of the Fernwood vibe, right? So, right, deeper colors. Not as, I don't think there's any pink in this one. It's all kind of orange and black and the teal. Love this one. So Fernwood came after Color Study. And I have to say, I really, at this point, so what year are we in, Nat? Now we're probably rolling into, we're still in 2020, right? 2020, 2021, 22. Yeah, it has to be 2020. Maybe even 2020. We're not, I don't think it's 2021 yet. It's not possible because we're in 2024 and I still have a ton of collections to go. So I'm going to say it's 2020. Don't have an album yet, right? There's not a Vicky Bootin album yet. But look how beautiful this was. The contrast with the navies and the orange in here. The mixed media. This stencil, do you guys remember that stencil? The fern stencil? I think I may have gone, this might have been inspired from my trip to New Zealand. I feel like Fernwood may have been. I absolutely love this collection. So you got into a little bit more earthy, but it's still bright. Because this really is, when you're going to play with the Vicky stuff, we're still going to be pulling a lot of color, right? It still will have an artful vibe. It still has kind of the distressed, but in a colorful way, right? It's still a cleaner approach, but look at with the thistles. Absolutely love this collection. So I know the dragonfly, for a lot of you guys, this collection. So whose favorite, or who loved Fernwood? Was this your favorite? Are you more of the school of Fernwood, or are you more of the school of Color Study? Or are you change it out like you would your spring, summer, and fall, winter wardrobe, right? That you love both of these? Just depending on the season, because that's kind of where I lay. Like, I wouldn't say that one, I like one better than the other. I love them both. Like, I love them both. I still want to use bright colors, but I still love to get into this kind of earthier color vibe. I love everything, Vicky. Thank you, Vicky. Do you remember the little ones? So have you done your classes with me? Are you out there and you kind of bought the product but never done a class? So this was Fernwood. We were doing stencils, stamps, ephemera packs. I don't think we had got to this point yet where I pushed for a third ephemera pack, right? Because I could have 10 ephemera packs. Because I really feel like having the art, it's important. It's the other thing I struggle with a lot of collections when I'm working with somebody else's product is there aren't enough icons for me. Or it's the same icon is repeated too many times. So I'm also very conscious of value, right? If you're going to buy icon ephemera pack, if you're going to buy laser die cuts, if you're going to buy chipboard, why would you want to buy all of the things? I try to make sure it's different art in all of the things, but they all serve a different purpose, right? You need titles, you need foundations, pieces that you're going to layer on like frames. You need icons, which is just the pretty art, and you need a lot of it. Like I don't like if I use a collection and there's maybe 10 icons and they're just repeated over and over and not even changing the direction of the icon, the scale of the icon. So it's something I'm really conscious of, is making sure that we have pieces that you get your value, right? And that work. Some work better on a layout, 24 by 12. Some work better smaller scale in a mini book. Some things work better on a card, right? So I really feel like it's important that all the SKUs need to have their place. So what came next? What was the first? Now this is a seasonal thing, right? What was the first thing that I had? And I had to struggle because I don't have any of this here. I do not have any of this collection at home. I can't share anything other than the album. Warm Wishes. Brenda knows. She has the list. So my first Christmas collection was Warm Wishes. And what else came out with this? This is Warm Wishes, right? Was the album. I got an album for this. I had to fight for this. I had to fight for this album. This is this is Warm Wishes, right? I love this collection. I love Christmas collections. A lot of people who don't scrapbook necessarily all year will do a Christmas album because maybe you're together with family, maybe you go on a trip, maybe you're doing more and taking more photos. People love, it's Evergreen. No, I think this is Warm Wishes, right? Am I wrong? Is this Evergreen and Holly or is this Warm Wishes? Is this Evergreen and you guys, seriously, is this? No, it's Warm Wishes, isn't it? It's Evergreen and Holly. Oh my goodness. I embarrass myself. I don't even know where it is. Because out of all my Christmas albums, oh my goodness. I don't know. It's like Warm Wishes didn't happen. Seriously, let me go look. I do not have one pack of ephemera, one sticker sheet. I have nothing from Warm Wishes here. So did I fall asleep? Where are my albums? Did somebody steal them? Vicky Bootin, what is wrong with you? I'm an embarrassment. I do not know where it is. I do not know where it is. Okay, so I had a Christmas collection called Warm Wishes. And do I have anything? Is this Warm Wishes? How sad is that? Ooh. Okay, friends. I have zero things that I can find from Warm Wishes. We believe you. It happened. I swear it happened. What is that called? Like the something effect? Where you're like it happened. I know it happened. But I don't know where any projects are from. Oh, this is Warm Wishes, right? This is Warm Wishes. Yes. It was more colorful, right? This was Warm Wishes. This was Warm Wishes. With a pink. Right? What an embarrassment, Vicky. I shouldn't be allowed to. The Mandela effect. Maybe I think it happened, but it didn't. But I have to go. Where are those albums? Like, there's about 4 of them that are missing. You guys got to give me some grace. Remember, I have been very sick. So I planned all of this, and then is this peppermint? Okay, I'm going. I'm not allowed to play anymore. Oh my goodness. That's Peppermint Kisses. I'm wrecking the whole show. I don't know where it is. So we're going to remember the something effect. The Vicky's a dork effect. I have not one thing from Warm Wishes. Nothing. You're laughing. I'm telling you. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Not one thing from Warm Wishes. Nothing. Not a layout. Not an album. Not one ephemera pack. Nothing from Warm Wishes. Oh, I had the best intentions. The best intentions. And then I got sick. And Kari knows. She knows that I'm not lying. And so does Natalie know that I've been sicker than a dog for a week. I'm looking though. Okay, take a potty break. Refill your drink. I'm looking, okay? I didn't leave, but that will bother the heck out of me now. I'll be right back. What is wrong with you? Where do we even begin? Nope, I don't know where it is. What projects did we do with it? Somebody remind me. What happened with Warm Wishes? None of it. I don't know. Maybe it made me mad and I burned it all. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Nope. Okay. We'll just pretend. We'll pretend. Wasn't it beautiful? Didn't you love Warm Wishes? Okay, we're moving on. Warm Wishes was the one with the Stinker Claus quote. Layouts, the tag album too? Kari, stop it. No. Okay, is this Warm Wishes? Let me show you. Okay. This is ridiculous. This is Warm Wishes, right? Do you remember this tag book? Is this Warm Wishes? This is Warm Wishes, right? Warm Wishes. This is Warm Wishes. I found it. Don't be embarrassed for me. Still be my friend. Still hang out with me. I apologize. I apologize. I don't even know. I told you. Paige is way more organized. I am just not. I am not the girl. So then I had my first Christmas collection. And it was called Warm Wishes. And it's beautiful. This is Warm Wishes. There's no pink, I don't think, in this one. So we did this with the shaker boxes. Do you remember? So this is Warm Wishes. This was my first Christmas collection with American Crafts. I love Christmas collections. I will do them as long as they let me do them, because every year I will make a Christmas album. So it's nice. Do you remember with the mouse? Look at the shaker box. Do you guys remember? So I love tag books. Do you guys like tag books? Are tag books your thing? Paige, I'm telling you, she's so organized. She needs to come help me. And then I did mix some Tim Holtz in this. Do you guys remember? And we colored the little balls to make them look like little vintage ornaments. So I did mix some other stuff in here, but this one was some Tim Holtz, and it was some Warm Wishes, right? Oh, there's lots of things. So we'll talk. I'll keep working here so we can get to our chat about future things. Because I want to talk to you. This is not only for me, friends. This is for you guys too. As people out there buying the things, we're going to talk about things that you want to see or things that you're excited about. So Warm Wishes was Christmas of 2021, I think, right? Or 2020, something around there. And then what came after Warm Wishes? This one is the one that still I can't believe people love this collection. And I have to tell you, I'm shocked by this one. Shocked by this one. Thank you. Catherine, was this your favorite? Sweet Rush. Sweet Rush. People freaking loved Sweet Rush. And I was worried when this collection came out. I didn't know if people were going to love it as much as I did. And this one definitely had an album. The Sweet Rush album, this rainbow album. I love this collection. But I wasn't sure. I didn't think that it would be. It's like Rainbow on Acid, right? This is bright. I love this collection. But I didn't think it would be hugely popular. Well, I didn't see it being as popular as it was. People love this one. And I want to know why. What was it the color? Was it the pink? Did you love the pink in this one? Your granddaughter went nuts for it. I believe so, because that is even what I was channeling is kind of cotton candy, right? The cotton candy kind of thing. It's candy, Sugar Rush, Sweet Rush, right? Was supposed to be kind of Candyland themed, candy bright, right? So yeah, the color is definitely vibrant. This is a very vibrant, and the peacock, yeah, and the camera. I love this collection. The navy in here, the clouds, the hearts. Yeah, lots of pops of color, but still, do you see? But still contrasting things that it will layer with, because this is the whole formula of pattern, mixing pattern is very important. That you have the navy replace kind of the black in here, and you have tone on tone color and mixed patterns that will layer and work beautifully together. So yeah, huge hit. I'm still totally shocked by how popular this one was. The bubblegum, and the elements are kind of like all over the icons. The soda pop, the candies, the popsicles. So it was kind of a summer theme, but not really a summer theme. You could have done some travel with this collection. So yes, this was Sweet Rush. Now I feel like, let's look date-wise. So this is 2021, right? Because 2021, 23, yes, this has to be 2021. So Warm Wishes has to be the end of 2020. And why I say that is because we're in 2020. We're in 2024 now. And we still have a couple collections to go, right? So Sweet Rush, people loved it. Lots of contrast. Very vibrant. But the one that came after this one, the years are flying. I know, Sarah, isn't it crazy? The one that came next, my favorite. It's probably, I say they're all my favorite. This can't be 2022. It can't be. It can't be, because we still have, is it? Maybe it is, right? It is. I'm shocked. But yes, so Sweet Rush. So this, oh, look at that rainbow. Love it. Still would like to know where all the missing albums are. Can you come over here and help me? Yes, thank you, Jessica. So the next one, right? This is our summer spring release. So these vibrant colors are definitely yummy for spring summer. So then we get into, I know there's a Christmas one in there, but we're going to do the Christmas one like it's Christmas. The next one is, yes, Print Shop. I freaking love Print Shop. And do you know, I'm looking over here, I have 3 different Print Shop albums. Well, I think it's because I did, that's why. Oh my goodness, Print Shop. Right? So Print Shop, again, is similar to Color Study, but it was a fall release, so it was more in the oranges and the navies, purple. I love Print Shop. So this pad isn't open, but this is Print Shop. Those circles, those stars, those masking tape stars, still one of my favoriteest things. And you know what makes it really hard is this stuff goes away. And I feel like some of it needs to be revisited in a new collection. Like I feel like I don't think there's anything wrong with recycling things that I loved in other collections. Because it's going to be hard. You can't reinvent the wheel every time. But there are things, I love this collection. I use this collection a lot. Like I taught a lot of classes. I did a lot with this. So Print Shop, I loved because it still kind of had art tool vibe, the pencils, this paper, one of the best freaking of my favorites. If you go through favorite papers, there are a lot that were in this collection that definitely fall into this heart paper. I really feel like this one was we knocked it out of the park with this one, right? So I want to talk about those things that you love, like elements that you love, things that are favorites, things you'd like to see in a new collection, things that you'd like to see now with a whole vibe of, with the 49 to Market vibe, right? But this was your first class. You love this one. I do. I love the purple with the teal. Look how pretty. Like this one really was. And the text, the scissors. I love Print Shop. This is a favorite, definitely. So here's a question again. So if you love Sweet Rush, did you still love Print Shop? Do you get what I'm saying with going into making sure that we cover people's likes? Because I'd have to say there's some people out there that would never use Sweet Rush. They would never have used this one, but I feel like everybody would use this color palette. But when we get into the pinks and some of the brighter ones, not everyone will use them. But I feel like these collections, people will use this, right? And then it still isn't tied into just girl, boy kind of vibe, that you can still use it for anybody. So I love this. Print Shop was then the fall collection. And then I've probably showed it to you already. What came next? Well, it came before this one because they're always released in the summer. But the next is the second Vicky Bootin Christmas collection, which I probably showed you already, and I'm going to show you again. Because now I'm on my 4th. I've done 4 Christmas collections now. But I loved Print Shop. Loved this one. Not a fan of the pink, but Robin, here's my question. But did you use Sweet Rush or no? So now, which one is next is going to be Evergreen and Holly. Oh my goodness, it's the first time that you've seen this. Evergreen and Holly. My second Christmas collection with American Crafts. You're not a blue person, really? I love blue. Blue and green really are my neutrals, right? So Evergreen and Holly. I loved this collection. No pink in Christmas, but love pink otherwise. I'll put a hint of pink in though. Because you know what? You get tired when, well, again too, when we're color layering. I feel like we do still have to mix some other colors other than just the reds and greens, black, grays, navies. Like I still always will slide some other colors in with the Christmas. Although this one was pretty traditional. There's a little pink in here, but this one was a pretty traditional release. So this one is, again, if you didn't catch it, Evergreen and Holly. And this was 2022 is what we're saying. This was when this release came out with a chipboard door. I loved it. We did the chipboard on here, and then the chipboard were no more because the chipboard would fall out of the, it didn't travel well. The chipboard didn't travel well. Excuse me, sorry. So it wasn't great for packaging because it came in a flat sheet and the pieces would fall out. Oh my goodness, do you remember? With the, oh, I have pictures in here and everything. The little present, interactive, and my little Hottie Cakes daughter there with her tattoo hanging out. But all the little interactives. I love these mini books. I will never, I put photos in here and everything. I'm skinnier there too. Right? All of the, probably not very far. This is probably as far as I got with photos. But started, I tried, do you remember this one? Where I did the, to make it look like the front of a magazine. But I did this in Canva. That was a fun one. So would love to see more washi style stickers. Me too, but it's hard. We'll try for a lot of the things, but now that I'm with a new manufacturer, right? With some of the stuff, we just have to source it. It's going to be different. It'll all be, some things are similar, but different. It'll be different. So I love this one. I have to say, if you've done all my Christmas collections, do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite? So this one was Evergreen and Holly, right? I would love Vicky Bootin rub-ons. Well, you'll have to wait and see. I am doing stuff with 49 and Market, so I don't think you'll be disappointed. Victoria, I don't think you'll be disappointed. So this was a Christmas collection. So what came after Evergreen and Holly? What came after? I know some of you know already because you probably have a list. You're doing the things. And I believe they took my album away for this one, didn't they? Oh, you know why? I don't think they did, but I might have, this might be a different class. Was there an album with Where To Next? Or did they cancel my Where To Next album? For some reason, I don't think there was an album. Was there an album with Where To Next? Nat, do you remember? So the next was a new travel collection. And it was called Where To Next. And for some reason, I'm looking at this one. There was an album. So guess what? I have a project here using it, but it is not, it had the map on it. So I have to do a search because I've put them somewhere. They're probably in the easiest spot, but I don't know where I put it, right? I don't know where I put it. So there is definitely, manufacturing delays. We use print shop. That's what I'm thinking, right? But this could have been one of the cruise ones that I used with this one. There was an album for all except the last one. So it's hiding with my Warm Wishes album. So it has somewhere to next in here, but there's also mixed with some Heidi Swap and stuff because I think this was one that I did on the cruise. So not everything in here is going to be from my collection. Okay. So, because this is definitely Heidi Swap. So I think I mixed on here. This is lots of collections, but it gives you a vibe, right? That was a cruise album. This was, so I don't know where this one is either. I'll have to do a deep search for this because I don't know where all of it is, but I think, did we do a tag book for this one? Probably did. One was canceled, yeah, but this is, I love this. This is Where To. Where to next was this collection. So this was a spring summer release, but it is not in pinks, right? It is more in your, I love this. This is one of my all-time favorite papers. That would definitely go on the list. And still shoes, because when I travel, I always take pictures of my feet, right? Yeah. So I was excited because I thought that it was, but I have to find them. They're missing. So this was Where to Next. This was my travel collection. So we must be in 2023 now. The script paper, love it. Again, different scales of pattern, your hero patterns, your cut apart papers, papers that are layerable. You could cut the pieces out. People did beautiful things with this paper. There's one in here too that I love what I did with this one. Oh, do you remember this too? But I have one more travel. No, this was it, right? Look at, do you guys remember this class? We did this on a Friday Night Live. And then there was one where I cut all of the little things apart. But I don't know where it is. They're in, oh here, this one. But I think that this is using it when from the other package. I'm going to drop it all on the floor, so just a second. Where I took it and then I cut the pieces out. But this I think was from when I was in, use this paper again, but when I was in New Zealand and Australia and cut all those pieces apart. So I love this paper. That is definitely goes on a list of all favorite all-time papers. And doing this, didn't we love this one? I think this one, wasn't it one that I wasn't sure if I liked it? And then I loved it. I think that background was one of those ones as we were working through on a Friday Night Live that I was like, I'm not sure if it's my favorite. And then it got better, right? It got better. So that was the spring summer release. 2023 was Where to Next. And then do you guys remember what was there no fall release on that one? No. What do you think the next one was? No, that's weird. So we had Print Shop, then we had Where to Next, and then the Christmas release. No, Christmas has to come. We still have another Christmas. Was Discover and Create first? I only work here. Discover and Create. This one is another one. See, when we got now to this point, all of them really are my favorites. I have to say there's not one collection that I wasn't super excited about, that I didn't absolutely love using. So we're going to do Discover and Create, and then we'll do Peppermint Kisses. I love freaking Peppermint Kisses. The deer and Peppermint Kisses. So Discover and Create, again, this. Do you guys remember? This is probably one of my favorite albums, too. I really love. The art just came together. It just was easy. It just was easy. Everything I did with this one was just easy. But this was like, oh, do you remember? With the little chipboard frames. So this, super fun. Again, art-themed stuff in here. But I could have art-themed stuff in every collection or every other, and I would be very happy. I love the purple in this one. The feathers. So we revisited some things that were favorites. The butterflies, right? What is that? Still looking for the paperless from D&C. What paperless? Paper pad? Is that what it was? Was it a autocorrect? The pencils. This collection, this album, remember? See that flower right there was one of my favorites. And then we had the little mixed clips in there and putting those little rainbow clips on all those flowers. This is just one of those ones very proud of this collection. Really feel like this one kind of speaks to my creative heart, right? It just really is. This paper, you guys, And the art out there that people made with this collection was mind-blowing. It was so inspirational, right? Um, I just feel like, yeah, this was a good one. Because it was the art, but then it had the kind of fall theme in there too. Because it's hard, guys. I'm not going to lie. Like coming up with different collections, doing new things, where you aren't, you have to kind of recycle some of the stuff because you run out of. This was a slider and it all popped apart. This was a good one. This album was a good one. I think this one sold out pretty fast too. So this was Discover and Create. And then the next Christmas collection was, this doesn't make sense, Peppermint Kisses, but Discover and Create. I messed up, I feel like. Peppermint Kisses. But then did we only have Bold and Bright? So weird. Losing my mind. Losing my mind. But this one, oh my goodness. Look back at Natalie's comment. What was Natalie's comment? Can you say your comment again, Nat? But Peppermint, this, oh my goodness. We had mixed media before Bold and Bright. I know, but it wasn't a regular release though, right? So we had my mixed media collection came out. So that's where we started bringing back a lot of other things. Because some things changed with management and such with American Crafts. So some things started to kind of change too. But I love Peppermint Kisses. I love the brightness of this one. This was your first class, Caitlin. This was definitely, look at that with the bright red. I love the shade of this red with that turquoise. I love Christmas collections though, right? Oh, do you remember this one with the hexagon? It was a fun one. This was very bright and playful. You think this is your favorite Christmas one? Heather, was Peppermint Kisses. It was very fun. You know what's funny too is you do these things and then stuff shows up like that. You must be like inspired by some of the same things because some collections had like similar things in it. This one is mixed with, I like to mix my Christmas collections with a little bit of stuff from Simple Stories or other collections. So this one was Peppermint Kisses. Love it. I love it. I love this paper as a favorite. I took this class and gave this as a gift to triplets. I love that, Heather. I've had a lot to deal with this year. And it's still like, it's embarrassing that, oh, do you remember? This was a fun one. My brain still like is not caught up. So I do know when I talk, I repeat myself. I don't make sense all the time. I'm just glad you guys show up and know I'm just know I'm always doing my best. Doing and trying my best. Sometimes it's tough. It's tough. My brain is just not where it needs to be. I love this paper, the envelopes. So this one was Peppermint Kisses. Absolutely love this one. And then you guys like this next one. That one needs to be glued in there. It's not even sticking. Page fell out. Need more pink trees. See, but it's a hard one, Debbie, because then other people are like, I hate pink in Christmas. It's trying to find that kind of, because I'm going to start, that's the next one we'll be starting is the Christmas collection, right? So then we had this one. I love this collection. I love this. I think this was my last album, right? Do you guys know what this one is? Bold and Bright. So Bold and Bright is channels, right? A little bit of like color study and channels some of the Sweet Rush. Now, when we talk about, right, is that I love this collection. I feel like Sweet Rush, this was more my jam with the whole bright colors. Dude, I love bold and bright. Did you love it in this unicorn? It was like everything. So here are the things that we're going to have to see. I'm going to sit now because I feel like we only have one more to look at, right? After this one, which will be the newest one. Is that when we're doing for 49 in market, it's not really a unicorn right now kind of collections, right? So we'll have to see. It's going to have to see if pulling some of this stuff in a kind of a 49 in market vibe, if it will, because this sold very well. This was a super popular collection. But 49 in market isn't American crafts. Like, it's definitely a whole different vibe. Now, I feel like Vicky's collections have always not been American crafts. They've been Vicky collections. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they look like anybody else's. It's different. So now it's one of those things as we transition into doing Simon. Do you remember Simon is in here, right? No, this fabulous unicorn is not. But we'll have to see. But how do we make the meet? How do we make it meet? Because how do we not do some of this yummy, bright color stuff, right? So, or how do we do it in a different way? Because, I find that the whole industry is changing. And we've got to kind of change, pivot, and roll with it, which is why I think I've had the success that I've had, is because I change, pivot, and roll with it, right? Change, pivot, and roll. And it will still definitely be a Vicky vibe, but it has to meet there. And I'm excited about it because, like, look at, for me as a designer, to get to do new things is kind of exciting as well. But we'll have to see. I think it won't be right away. It won't be right away, but we'll see as the collections come that what we can do, because mine is not going to look the same as Katie's did, because we're not the same, and it shouldn't, right? It shouldn't. It should still have like a definite 49 in market vibe, but it's still going to be totally Vicky Bootin, right? I love 49 in market, but I love Vicky Bootin collections. So they're Vicky Bootin collections. So they're definitely, I'm excited for the one that is coming out, my first collection. Very excited. Our timeline was short, so I had to pick something that we could develop quickly, because when we started having the conversations and I decided to make the move, we didn't have as much time, right? So it's going to be good, right? It's going to be good. So yes, this one was bold and bright. And then we had one more collection, which a lot of you guys just did with me, was the last Christmas collection, which had a beautiful album, and they canceled the album because at this point, then there's changes in management with American Crafts, and as well, the albums are pricey. They're expensive to manufacture. They don't sell as well as other things. So it's smart business moves, right? It's smart business moves to make, is that things have to change, so you lose things, right? Well, and look, Spectrum Gardenia, you had something similar, right? Because you had color study. You had color study, I would say, was totally, is that whole vibe with the whole like color. It will always be different. It's always going to be different, right? It's always going to be different, but you're still going to see things. And the bright is what attracts people, I think, to my style. So don't worry, that's not going away. There's still color in my collections, right? Now this I love. I feel like this, if this is the last thing that I do, if the new collection that we designed, it's been done for months and months and months. If it moves forward and it comes out in 2025, you're going to love it. Again, super proud of it. Melissa and I worked really hard on the collection that I designed, the last one with American Crafts. I will promote it, and help all the stores sell it and do classes with it. I'm not sure what the release date will be for that, but I absolutely love it. Fingers crossed that that one comes out. I can't really tell you anything about that, but I do have one that is completely fully designed and finished with American Crafts, and if they move forward with that, I will be doing the reveal, walking through it, promoting it. I love the team that I work with at American Crafts. I will completely 100% still support all of this stuff. So I'm hoping, but if not, this would be my last collection with American Crafts, which was wrapped in ribbons. Absolutely love it. Started adding photos and then got sick, so I haven't gone as far, but I love this. And a lot of you guys did this with me. I think I have about like 5 of these kits left. This one was, you know, people just aren't buying the scrapbooking stuff as much as they used to. The timing for all of this, the end of this year was kind of a nightmare for me with my mom passing in August. So many delays. Like this kit was, and this collection was one of the most painful, just with delays with product, getting the stuff out on time, and then everything kind of funneled, right? That Disney collection and the Charmed Vintage all shouldn't all be at the same time of year because it's pricey then for you guys to purchase all the kits, right? So now I ordered all of these kits, and it's one of those things that I'm hoping, you know, that people will circle back to the Disney one and Charmed Vintage because I have lots of them, and it's going to be a fun class. So like I said, I know for some of you it's just Christmas. You can't afford to go and buy those things, but I will bring it back out and show you guys those again later. But it's tough, right? It's tough because I am a scrapbooker, a girl in her basement, just doing the things. Your friend, because you're all my best friends. Like seriously, I feel like that. Like we hang out and we're such good friends hanging out on here, the guys that chat. And then, but it's as well, this is my business and my livelihood, right? And it makes it tough. This year has been a hard one. So I do understand for any of you guys that are feeling that same crunch. And for the business owners, the store owners, we have to keep supporting this hobby. I'd be really sad if it went away. I'd be really sad. What would I do? What would I do creatively, right? So yeah, you took hundreds of pictures for this album. I love that, Irene. There's a lot of spots in here, aren't there? There are a lot of spots for photos in here. I love this collection with the neutrals, the grays, and the blacks. I absolutely love this, right? Yeah, absolutely love this. So it was a lot of fun, and we just did this not too long ago because this one normally would have been done in October, November, but we didn't do this class till December, which was crazy talk. Absolutely crazy talk, right? But it is, life gets in the way. Like it's hard. And I have to say that this one was developed how the schedule works. Like I just wrapped up. We've just finished the collection for 49 and Market, the one that will release in April. And next week I start Christmas. I will be starting Christmas for 2025. And then I have something else that's in the works that won't come out till 2026, but I'll be working hard on that all year, right? So this was a Christmas collection. Could be my last with American Crafts. There is one fully developed and designed that hopefully will come out in 2026. So we'll have one more collection with American Crafts and then 3 new collections with 49 and Market in 2025. But that is my kind of walkthrough of, oh my goodness, it started in 2026. And a lot of you have been here since that 2026. 2016. I've got snot on the brain now. 2016. And I've been doing this since I started scrapbooking in 2001. 2001. Right? But isn't that crazy? Question. Would you ever consider doing classes in Canada and we can all just come to you? It's, Heather, the whole thing with the in-person classes is really when you think of the logistics of the whole thing, I would like to do an in-person class. I've been talking about that. I really want to do one, and it will happen. I have to get help doing it. There's no way I'll be able to do it on my own. Is in 2026. Look at the one in Niagara on the Lake. I would really like to do that one, and plan and make it a huge event. But when you have the in-persons, what's hard is you have your travel, you have hotel, you have the cost of the hotel, you need to employ people to help you with the whole thing. So I would like another in-person. It's a big undertaking, right? It's a big undertaking. I am planning it. For in-person this year, do I have anything booked? I have 2 cruises. I will be here, friends, too, for my Canadian friends. I don't know, and I don't know if this has been announced, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So sorry, Lisa, if you're out there, but I will be at Scrapfest in Kitchener, and I will be using my new collection in Texas. Yes, in Texas. So the 2 things that I have booked in person, these are the only things. So I haven't booked anything else yet. I'm not sure what will happen in the summer with Michelle, with Jim not being well. But yes, Texas, of course, we planned that one, and Cherie was on here earlier. But I will be doing Scrapfest, and I will be using my brand new collection. It will just be out. So I'm just telling you, for anybody in Kitchener, and sorry, Lisa, if you haven't announced it yet, but I just told the world. So I'm telling you, I don't even know if that class will sell out so fast that it might even be one that I might teach 2 classes on Saturday and 1 on Friday. I don't even know. I have to talk to Lisa about that. But yeah, that one. So like, I feel like that's a great opportunity. Oh my goodness, Christmas in Texas. I am doing my new Christmas collection, and we are developing something that literally was inspired by that event. So is literally inspired by that event. And I don't think I have any other in person for that one, right? So I think that those are my only in person. Those are my only in person. And I don't know if something could change if something comes up in the summer, but for me to do those ones, I need to go to big events. It needs to, for me to be away, and for it to be a lucrative thing to the store that is sponsoring it, and for it to work for me, it has to be an event that it can't be like for 50, right? For 50 people. So yeah, it's very exciting. I have to come to Nova Scotia. Yeah, I just need to find. So are the cruises sold out? Oh, so here are other things. So talking about plans for 2025. So I will be leaving in February for the Panama Canal cruise. That, for anybody joining me on that one, oh my goodness, it's going to be epic. That ship is literally epic. We're doing that one with it. It's a pricey one because we are going on, I don't even know what the ship is called, but it is a my brain is tired, I'm sorry. Starts with a C, and I can't even remember. Heather, help me. It's beyond. The ship is, oh my goodness, Celebrity Beyond. The ship is amazing. The food is amazing. We're doing Panama Canal for that one, so it's 11 days. We're doing the Panama Canal, and then we're doing Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. Tons of days at sea. I just laid everything out to start making that album. It's going to be totally different for what I've done in the past on the cruises. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then I believe there's still spots, but you need to look into it because the ship is selling out faster than the scrapbooking cruise. But in July, I will be doing Norway. So that cruise is definitely posted on Cruise and Crop. So you still have time that your final payment, you have time to make payments towards that one. It's going to be amazing. That one's going to be really fun. That one is in July. And I'm just in the process of signing the contract for the fall. of 2026 for Boston and doing the with the fall leaves. So going to Panama sold out. Yeah, that one's all done, but it's going to be a lot of fun. But a lot of you will be on that one, right? Please give name and details for the event in Texas. Jill sold out in 23 hours. Totally sold out. It's sold out. That one I started talking about it, and literally there's tons of scrapbookers in Texas, and people will travel for that one. It's myself, Paige Evans, and my friend Lil Konkar. It was sold out in like 23 hours. That one's sold out. So I'm sure there's a huge waiting list. I will make sure that I do extra kits for my class, that we can do something online with that, because what I'm teaching for that Christmas event will not be the same as the album. I will have a Christmas album coming out, and I'm doing something super special that is for that one, but there'll be two totally different classes. And then I see that my friend Michelle is on here, and I am looking for 2026, looking at cruise in, pardon me, I was reading what she was saying, looking at going back to New Zealand and Australia. We need to start planning that, but definitely it is in the books. I want to do that in 2026 as well. We just got to look at timing for that one, but for any of my friends that are looking at doing something fun. Now, the Norway one as well is going to be out of the UK, Southampton, and I'm in the process of working on something as a in-person class in England as well. So if you guys are looking or closer to that area, that there will be something all with my new collection. It'll all be using my new collection. Could be either, because if the American Crafts one comes out, I will have 2 collections. So that's kind of travel plans. As far as product plans for next year is my new collection. So if you didn't know this, I will be working with, very excited to be working with 49 and Market, Janine at 49 and Market. We have been working on a new collection for the last 2-3 months. It is finished. It is all off now to the manufacturers. It is all in the process of being completed. My first collection with 49 and Market will come out in April. And for anyone, I think it's called NAMTA. Is it NAMTA? I will be going to my first Blair Witches. You want to look at me? I don't know. I'm not very pretty to look at tonight, Denise, but I can turn it around. I'll Blair Witch you if you want to look at me. Oh my goodness. I feel not very attractive today, so I'll do this though, because it is weird that you're just talking to my hands, right? So, sorry. Look at the mess. You guys that got to see the mess and up my nose all in one shot. Just a second. I'm going to put this down so I can sit. Okay. So, hi. You got the desk. It is a freaking disaster here. I'm not even, look at this hair too. Who thought it was a good idea for Vicky to try to grow her hair out? Did I lose the sound? Is it back? I'm probably cutting this off. I am not growing this hair out. It's not going to last for long. So NAMTA, I believe, is, so if you are a store owner, I will be doing my first trade show, and I don't even know how long. So I'm super excited about that. And we'll be releasing the new collection in April. And then there will be a Christmas collection this year that we have to start next, because Christmas in July, it comes out in the summertime, right? And then a fall collection. So now let's talk about things. Now I switch it around. I can't read your questions easily. So I'm looking. I'm going to have to look up and down. I have my notes. I have my paper here. Let's talk about that. So new release, there is definitely going to be an album. I have a whole new world opened up to me with 49 and Market. If you're not familiar with 49 and Market, what are they famous for? So beautiful collections, very detailed uh, product that is stunning. The quality of the paper, the thickness. Janine takes the utmost pride in those collections. And Katie Petit, amazing designer, has been with 49 and Market for years. Funny, the story, if you didn't hear. So I knew that I was looking for something new. And I have known Janine for years. So when she first started, I met her with my friend. Oh my goodness, brain fart. Oh my goodness, from Prima. Remember, Vicky's been sick for a week, so it's right on the tip of my tongue. Natalie, help me. You know, Frank Garcia. So Frank Garcia said, "Hey, do you want to come out to dinner with me?" And I'm going to be with my friend. She is this awesome lady from New York, and I think you'll really love her. And come and have dinner with me. So the three of us go out to dinner, and I meet Janine for the first time. Absolutely love her. She's talking about this new company she's starting, and it's going to be awesome. And I have been a fan ever since. And then Katie started doing a lot of work with her, and love her style. Very different than mine, similar in some ways, but it's beautiful. And have loved and done a number of classes using 49 and Market. Love it. And then I'm sitting and I'm going, okay, I need to, I think it's time for a change. And I need to figure where do I feel like I can go where my vision will stay true to my vision, and a company that I love their stuff and that I think would be maybe open to taking on a signature designer. So I reached out to Janine on a Friday, and I thought I'd go, just like there is Dennis's there and there's other artists, and I'd be working with Katie as well. And it happened to be the same day that Katie was deciding to do something new and pursuing new things. I literally sent her the email the same day that Katie decided it would be her last collection with 49 and Market. So I feel like it was just this kind of serendipitous thing, like the stars aligned. And it was funny because Janine is like, "Vicky, how are you?" And I'm like, "Can we get on a phone call?" And we got on a call. We talk over each other. It's just super excited. And it just all kind of happened. Like it's really was kind of crazy. It just was. I'm like, it's scary, I have success, and I've done all of these collections with American Crafts. They've been very successful, sold very well, as you can see, because a lot of the stuff sells out. But I'm still just a girl in her basement, and it's for everything that I do is like presenting the new baby. Will they love it? Will people love it? Will people like it? Will it be well received? Would Janine want to even work with me? And she was very excited. So then we started developing this new collection. Like I said, this one had to be for, I think, the first Vicky Bootin collection. It is definitely very floral and feminine. This release will be. It's beautiful. It's stunningly beautiful. I'm excited for this. So we have developed, there's rub-ons. So you guys who love rub-ons, their rub-ons are like some of the best rub-ons in the industry. So there are rub-ons, there are laser cuts, there is chipboard, there's ephemera, there is a album. And then I came up, because now here's a whole thing, is me bringing new ideas, right? Just new way of doing things, just different, not necessarily better, just different. And then these two minds meeting now with Janine, who's like, oh my goodness. So I flew to New York. When we decided to start this, I flew to New York, and then we sat down, and she's bringing stuff out, and she's like, you can do this, and you can have this, and you can do this, and what about this? Let's make a SKU list. What kind of things do you want? So like I said, for this first one, it's overwhelming, because now it's a whole new kind of work through just doing things all differently. So for this first one now, it's different. It's not going to be the same. There's some things that are similar, like my handwriting is still going to be in that because she was excited about that. Janine was very excited to include the handwriting, right? So we are all excited to be using 49 and Market at CAD in 2025, right? What's the theme of your first? I feel like I'm going to give you little hints, but I'm not going to tell you really. I really like the build up and the excitement because it needs, I think the industry needs it. We need to have things to look forward to. So it's not like a vague booking kind of thing, but we will have, as I get samples and stuff, I'll start sneaking things. But what's really exciting with this is when it releases, it's pretty much start shipping in April. So that is like a hallelujah, praise Jesus kind of thing. Seriously, is that it won't be when it starts shipping, it starts shipping. So it's all going to be there. And I am beyond excited about that. That I'm beyond excited about it. It's not the paper's going to come in and the album is 3 months later. It's not going to be kind of that deal. So that's why it is hard on me because it's very costly. Delays are very costly because if I only have part of my order come and then it ships into Canada and then the other part comes, I have to clear that. I have to pay the shipping costs. This last Christmas kit, I probably lost money on. The reality is I probably lost money on it. So it's hard, right? It's still running the business and the risks that you take. A girl in her basement doing the things, right? And I know that it affected a lot of the retailers out there where just thank you for every single one of you that owns a store, has a kit company, brick and mortar online that still supporting the Vicky Bootin brand when I know it could be tough. I am very thankful for that. And I hope that you are excited for the new endeavors for 2025 because I think as a business, it's going to be a lot easier to support me and carry all of that stuff, right? Because it's hard. It's hard. And who knows what's coming with 2025. But now with that, so that's kind of how this all came to fruition. The collection is complete for April. So now it's in the process of getting it in because there's things that a lot of the stuff is manufactured overseas. A lot of the stuff is also made in the US, like papers and all the rest. But we needed to get that stuff in there so that it didn't hit Chinese New Year because that can be a scary thing. So there's questions. If you have questions, ask now. So one of Sarah's questions is, will you be doing cluster kits with 49 and Market? I love their kits and your clusters. So there are elements that, like I said, this first release isn't necessarily what everything's going to look like. The first release is beautiful. I feel like it's very balanced and complete. But I want to now, even for me, as now look at that first release, seriously, compared to the last release. This is all new for me. So I wanted to do it where when Janine and I sat down, she does things a certain way. I come from a whole different background with what we do with American crafts, which is the two things are very similar and very different. So it's like, what can we do to make this collection hit the deadlines, get it done on time, and then now when all of the product comes and I have it in my hands and I start working with it, because oh my goodness, guys, you're going to have samples before it even comes because I'm going to have stuff. It's not going to only show up when I go to like right before it releases. I'm going to have like airship samples and I'm going to be making projects with it. So you'll see, here's what I'm going to give you. This is what I'm going to give you in 2025. Product that makes sense. So when you have your hard-earned dollars and you're buying these things, that it's double-sided. The paper is changed because I do paper a little bit differently than paper with 49 a market, like my style of like layering pattern is a little bit different. So it looks a little bit different. There are still the laser die cuts. There's still ephemera packs. There's chipboard. There are stickers. So there's never been stickers really before with 49 a market. There's some stickers, but I want to get it all in my hands. I'm flying to New York in January in a couple weeks, and Janine and I will sit down and we're going to look at some of the stuff and then make decisions, because this is what I love and what you guys are going to love about Vicky Bootin meets 49 and Market is that it's all done with a lot, very deliberately, that we sit down and try to figure what worked, what didn't work, how could we condense SKUs, save you money so that you get things in packages that, right? It's just going to be really good. So what I want to do is lots of Friday night lives using the product, lots of education, looking at different ways to use the things, classes. I am going to look at, for maybe not this year, for next year, doing things with stores and getting out there and in person will be awesome. There will not be stamps and there won't be stencils with this because 49 and Market, Janine works with Sizzix. So, and that stuff is all done like a year in advance. So that timeline is a year in advance. So in the future, I don't know what could happen, but there will not be. But there will be, I'll still be doing my exclusives. So we'll work some of the things in that with this next release. Well, I still have time, so there could be things, but it might only be ones that I'm doing exclusively through vickybootin.com, just for the way that works, right? Just for the way that works. But there will be Friday night lives. The other thing I'm going to be working out is a schedule. I want you to know it way ahead of time. I want to be way more organized this year, that at least those Friday night lives are up on my YouTube planned. You know what we're going to be doing. I want to talk about the things you'd like to learn in the new year. I'd like to look at some online classes that don't really require a kit, that are educational based with mixed media. I would like to look at that, maybe redoing the whole gel plate class and then the gel plate 2, or making it one. I don't know, because some of you did the one already, but I need to get everybody caught up on that kind of stuff. Questions, because I'm looking here. So Debbie A, question: are you going to revamp your product website or make a separate one for the new product? I'm going to revamp the site. It's all through Shopify, so it's not like a web, the website is through a company called Shopify, so I don't have a web designer or anything, but it is on my list to clean that up. It's a hot mess. So the other thing is a lot of you guys have asked, like, what about some of these old collections? I missed that. I am going to be clearing out probably like 60% of what's in my store, maybe more. So you're going to see there's going to be grab boxes. I'm going to be putting product on sale, but it's a huge undertaking. And that's why I'm trying to get all my class stuff, all the class projects done, the cruise stuff done, so that I can start looking at doing the store, fixing it up. But that's a huge job. Like, that's huge. And I might hire somebody through Shopify to actually revamp the whole store. Shipping internationally. I ship internationally now, but it's all done. It's a pain in the butt because I'm still one Vicky. All these things I've talked about, I'm doing all the things. So if you want, you just reach out to me. Email me at info@vickybootin.com, and then I do ship like all my international stuff. These ladies have been waiting, but my dies for the stamps just came in like the day before Christmas. So I will be doing an international run, but you email me and then you give me your address, you set it up on my website, and then I go and I quote. But just to give you an idea, England, for one of my big kit boxes, so like it's a 13 by 13 by 4. Those ones for like the UK are usually around 50 or 60 Canadian dollars. To ship to New Zealand, to ship to Australia, is friends that are out there. I think they're usually around like 65, 70, can be more depending on where. There won't be papery yet. There won't be papery yet, but there's things that resemble it. Okay. But it will be different. Okay. Will be different. So there will not, I love that SKU though. So I'm going to look at ways I love the vellum stickers. I love them. And but it's all different, right? Not the same manufacturers. A lot of it's going to be different, right? So I'm almost done because it's almost 11 o'clock. So $80 for a box, Canadian, which is pretty much for Australia is the same. Um, and it can be a little like I ship it. I ship it through like a freight forwarder here in Canada that ships then could be they just shop the best deals and then it can take 2 weeks. But some people it took like almost a month, but it's usually like a week, right? That's a lot, but I don't know if that is a lot. Is it? When you think what the pricing is, you have to work it out. So for $80 to Australia though, right? You have to think it's a 10-pound box going all the way to Australia. And then the pricing comparatively, I don't know if I think it works out. It's might be comparable, but then we also have Michelle and everything that she's doing kit wise, but right, try to do the best I can. It's hard. I'll never make everybody happy, but I certainly strive to get close to it, right? So any questions too? You knew I was going to be on here for a long time. Thank you. I try. It's hard because I drive like an hour each way just to ship those ones to go internationally, right? Foundations, paper, there'll be some version of some of these things forever because I use that and there's nothing comparable to it. Nothing comparable. Page kits. So here's the thing with the page kits. It could be a future thing. But from what I understand, they're not the best sellers. So even if they sell really well in your store, it's a business. It has to be like something that's profitable. But let's talk about page kits. For anybody who loves the page kits, what could make them better? Would a page kit be better if they're double page layouts? So like 4 double page layouts, so those are great things to give Janine the feedback, right? And now Vicky, you know me, I like to refer to myself in third person, right? But I think double pages, I really feel like people who love singles will still do doubles, but people who love doubles hate single page layouts. So I really feel like it could be a thing. That could be a thing, right? Exciting things coming, friends. But one of the things I do want the feedback. So I'm going to do some giveaways. So if you're still here or watching in the after, I'm going to do like a box full of Vicky Bootin American Crafts yumminess. I'm going to be doing 2 giveaways, but those giveaways are in the regular comment section. So when this live is done and you come back on to this link and then comment in the regular comment section. So not live, in the regular comment section, because a lot of these comments go away in the regular comment sections. And then I'm going to, in a week's time, I'll come back and I'll post the winners in the description of this video. And I'm going to do 2 winners of Vicky Bootin grab boxes. I think just for this year, I think I've, with this, given like $800 or $900 of stuff away for Christmas because I like to give back. I really do appreciate you guys and showing up. So just make sure you thumbs up the video. If you haven't already, make sure that you sign up, subscribe to the channel. I think it's really worthwhile to start for 2025 a playlist, a Vicky Bootin playlist, and you can save all your favorite Friday Night Lives in your playlist so it's easy to find them. So just make sure you leave your comment in the regular, like when I'm saying bye and I'm done, in the regular section, not in here because these go away. So it's hard for me to come back and pick winners for this one, okay? So before we leave, What would you like to see in 2025? So for new collections that are coming out, like I said, I'll have 3 for next year. Who knows what moving forward? I'd like to do some mini collections. I'd really love to do some mini collections. Don't forget as well to visit vickybootin.com. If you like the kit ideas at the beginning of this, I showed the 2 new ones that I have coming out. Whenever you have the money, definitely go and look at the 2 new Christmas the 2 new album and layout collections that are up there, because I ordered a ton of them and the timing has been terrible for these. Beachy. Halloween, just know. I'm just saying that now. You guys are going to be excited for what's coming in the fall. And the idea we came up with is so good. So vacation, travel, some of the really themey stuff, I'm going to look at doing in mini collections. I really like the idea of mini collections, right? So Friday Night Lives, I will be starting that up again in the new year. I'm going to try for one this week. Excuse me, depending on how I'm feeling. And then I'm gone away for like 3 weeks. So there won't be one for that time, but I'm going to try to start doing some shorter videos that aren't live. I have lots of plans. And there's a question, okay, friends? Because I'm going to go through and read some of this stuff with the themes that you're putting, because it's hard. Can you post that? I'm going to ask this. So when in the regular comment section, some of these things, questions that you had that I missed, things you'd love to see in scrapbooking, like stickers, rub-ons, page kits. Can you put that all in the regular comment section? So as soon as I say goodnight and the video is no longer live, and you see the regular comment section where you normally would comment on YouTube, can you put all of this in there? And everyone who comments, that enters you in for a chance to win. So even if you want to do 3 different posts with things that you want to put in there, post away in the regular comment section, things that you'd love to see, product-wise too, not just theme, but phrases and titles that you'd love to see in stickers, themes of products that you'd like to see, what you love, like icon-wise, things like that, because I do think that that would be really awesome. For digital stuff, probably never. Like it's one of those, probably won't be doing any digital stuff, but maybe we can do some cut files in the new year. Let's look at that. Put it in there, put it in the regular comment section, because then I can go through and I'm going to make a whole list. So this is what I have planned for 2025. 3 new collections coming out with 49 and Market. 1 possible new collection with American Crafts, if that comes to fruition. It's all designed, fingers crossed, because it's beautiful and I absolutely love it. 2 cruises. I have for sure 3 in-person events. I think there's 3 or 2. And then Friday Night Lives, 8 p.m. Eastern time here, unless I'm away, and that could change. I plan on adding a schedule on vickybootin.com on the blog section. Make sure you kind of take a look at my website, but I'm going to be doing some things to revamp that so that you can find information where I'll be teaching, what events are coming up, what I've planned for Friday Night Live, what classes are coming up online, because there will still be tons of online classes, and then education based. And then what you'd love to see in a Friday Night Live, things that you'd like to learn. So definitely go ahead and comment with that in the regular comment section. It's going to be, it is my plan. I've talked about it for years, but this year it needs to happen. I just want to know what I'm doing a month out, and it will be super helpful. So I hope that you enjoyed that, and thank you. There's so many of you here tonight. I so appreciate that. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you haven't, subscribed if you haven't done that. Make sure you leave a comment in the regular comment section for a chance to win 2 Vicky Bootin prize packs. I'm going to give 2 away. And let me know what you'd like to see, in a new collection, what you're hoping to see in this new collab with Vicky Bootin and 49 and Market, what you'd like to see product-wise, what you'd like to learn. And I'm going to make a list. I'm going to do all the things, well, as many of them as I can get done. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope that this was a fun little walkthrough. Back to doing things this Friday, 8 p.m. I'll be on Friday Night Live for I don't know what we're going to do yet, but maybe we're going to use like gold and iridescent and silver texture paste because we haven't done that in a while. And maybe some art crayons. Maybe we're going to kick it old school and I'm going to pull all of that stuff out because I do have a bunch of those that I'm going to be listing and putting them on sale on my website. So very excited. Thank you. Happy New Year. Go and toast the new year. 2025. Let's make it the best year yet. We're just going to do some amazing things. And if you haven't been crafting, I'm hoping that that is one of your New Year's resolution to do something for yourself. And in whatever form it's going to be, card making, stamping, stenciling, art journaling, scrapbooking, mini book making, traveler's notebooks, whatever it is. There's ways to fit all of these concepts into whatever kind of art you want to make. So thank you for joining me. Thank you, Natalie, as always. Thanks, friends. Don't forget to leave a comment when I shut this off. And you guys are the best. You fill my cup. My cup overfloweth. So have a wonderful New Year's. See you guys later. Bye, guys.